sitting quite close to me, and the man at the controls was staring out at his friend dying. And he said to me later, if I hadn't put the throttle forward then, I would never have done it. But he did push the throttle forward, and he gave us the full display in the Hunter. And then it was the redeveloped, name changed, and became this extraordinary creature we see before us, the Sea Vixen.
Well, thank you, Freddie. That was a memorable day indeed, tragic. But as you say, the aircraft came on a long way, first to become the Sea Vixen Mark I, flying from carriers in the late 50s, early 60s, and then to the Mark II, which is this variant. And this particular aircraft, XP924, first flew in 1963. Now Simon's just bringing her in from the crowd centre, approaching us and pulling up to show off that beautiful plan form. Do a wing over to reposition. I won't try and talk over those two Avon engines. And Simon will now do 90 vampires, sea vampires.
That's why I'm very privileged to be here, because my uniform was much paler than the Navy uniform. So, yeah, there was a friendly rivalry there between Air Force and Fleet Air Arm. And it was very friendly.
Well, as an ex-Commodore Joint Force Harrier, I agree with that. We're partners with the Air Force, and will be for the F-35 in the future. And at the moment, the Royal Navy has got F-18 pilots keeping their hand in at carrier operations for when that starts. And of course an F-35, or 3 F-35s are in the country, and will be at Farnborough in a couple of weeks' time to show off that fantastic new aeroplane. Not the end of the story, no doubt, but a further part of the story of Navy wings. Now Simon will be repositioning for a top pass, again for the photography, and he's doing a great job. We're lucky with the weather. Form. Here he comes. Now Freddie, did you have any memorable experiences of flying the Sea or the Vampire?
Well, it was rather an odd aircraft because it was de Havilland, and it was very small. In fact, it was the only jet we ever sent airborne that had no ejector seat. And so it was a sardonic remark made in the Air Force about the Vampire, which is you can fly it or die in it. Because once, if you got into bad trouble, you could jettison the canopy, but you couldn't get out. The slipstream would shove the pilot back in. So he'd stay pinned in his seat until he hit Mother Earth. So it was a sobering thought.
It's wonderful to have you sitting with us today.
The other aircraft in those days, like with the Meteor, 2 engines and much bigger, that could take the Havilland,
and to do a 360, just to really show off that beautiful shape, and also here those 2 engines. Well, it must be fabulous to see the successor to the Vampire, this wonderful airplane flying out here today. What sort of memories does that, or feelings does that give you?
Well, memory lane again, nostalgia, because I remember it as a prototype. One of that very small family of twin boom aircraft, Vampire and Venom, Sea Venom, and then of course the successor to the Sea Venom, this one, the Sea Vixen.
And of course it was Sea Vampire that Winkle Brown did his first ever jet deck landing on an aircraft carrier. It was quite a wonderful one. He cleans up. I've learned not to try and talk over the engines. Both engines develop about 11,000 pounds of thrust. The aircraft in service used to climb to altitude 45,000 feet and shut down an engine to save fuel. Now once we position, we're going to do something slightly different. Now we've better scoot off. The aircraft's coming in order to position ourselves when he taxis in. So I'll hand you back to Ben.
Well, thank you very much, Bill, and thank you very much also to Frederick Forsyth, and above all, thanks to all the supporters, benefactors and so forth of the Flying Navy Heritage Trust, who have done so much to keep this and other naval heritage aircraft in the air for us to enjoy. As Bill said, we'll be seeing the Sea Vixen our next display item is sticking with the naval theme, of course. It's the Royal Navy Raiders parachute team, and Lieutenant Commander Tug Wilson is ready shortly to commence commentary on them.